As a mom of a child with special needs, I'm constantly taking in advice and comments from close friends and family or even total strangers. Here are some common things that I hear that make me uncomfortable, and here's why. So sometimes I hear doctors are always so quick to diagnose these kinds of things. My son Connor, who was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder shortly after he turned 3, a lot of the characteristics were actually evident around 18 months old or earlier. He had been working with a number of specialists for over a year until he was officially diagnosed. So no, it wasn't a quick diagnosis made in haste or part of a trend. It was something that was monitored by professionals and carefully observed over time. And we've chosen to accept it and move forward rather than disregard the advice of trusted professionals. This next one really makes me cringe when I hear this. People will say something like, "My friend's cousin's neighbor is autistic and you can't even tell that he is." Whether you can tell someone is on the spectrum or has special needs versus not being able to tell is not a measurement of that person's value or self-worth. If you look at my son and you can tell that he's autistic, does that mean he's less than someone whose traits are maybe not as obvious? It doesn't matter if you can tell or not, he is who he is, and he is awesome, and he doesn't need to fit into your social standard of normal. When people ask me what side of the family did it come from, I just want to respond with, "Why does it matter?" But instead, I just politely respond with, "We're not sure, but our main focus is just to find ways to support him the best we can right now." The most common thing I hear is, "He will be okay," or "He will be just fine." And I get it. Those things are said as words of encouragement, but for me, it always diminishes the fact that he does have special needs and he is different, and life is going to be harder for him than his neurotypical brother or peers. I would rather hear, "It will be hard, but he's lucky to have you guys," or "He will go through challenges, but he has a lot of support," or "He will do things differently, but he is awesome and he is loved." So thank you so much for listening and letting me share my feelings and my story. I know the more we have these conversations, the more people will learn to think a moment before assuming certain prejudices, and hopefully we can eventually break the stigma around families and parents with children who have special needs. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.